Today we're gonna make some Filipino sisig using tofu. So traditionally this dish is actually made from the head of a pig and some chicken liver, but I wanted to try the vegetarian version and I think it tastes just as good as the original. So I fried some tofu until it's golden brown and crispy, buttered the pan and sauteed my red onions, my garlic, red and green Thai chilies, and salt and pepper to taste. For the sauce I added some mayo, seasoned soy sauce, and lime juice. Let it cook for about a minute or so and then add in your tofu. We're gonna mix it combined, let it cook for a minute, and that's it. You can eat it by itself or as a side dish. It's delicious. Look how beautiful it is. Have you ever had that one dish that you didn't like as a kid but now you love it? Well, this is one of them. It's called leche flan. It's a 4-ingredient Filipino dessert and it's so easy to make. I made some caramel and let it cool. I separated some egg yolks, added in some vanilla, evaporated milk, and condensed milk. You want to give it a good whisk to make sure it's smooth and give it a strain to make sure there's no clumps in there. Once your sugar's hardened and cracked, you want to separate into 2 different llaneras and steam it for around 30 minutes and leave it in the fridge overnight to set. And that's it. It's delicious. So today we're gonna attempt to make some ube pancakes and it was pretty amazing. I'm gonna start off with 2 egg yolks, 2 tablespoons of milk, and about a teaspoon or more of ube extract, really just depending on how strong you want that ube flavor to be. Add in a 1/4 cup of flour and 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. Now with the remaining egg whites, we're gonna beat that until it's stiff peaks, and then gradually add in 2 tablespoons of sugar. Then we're going to gently fold that into the mixture until it's light and fluffy. In the grease pan, I'm gonna cook that batter for about 6 to 8 minutes on each side with the lid on. I found that 10 minutes worked for me because I cooked it on really low heat. And I just topped it off with some powdered sugar to hide any imperfections, and that's it. It was super good. I think something that us kids with immigrant parents can relate to is, growing up in North America, we'd be too self-conscious of the food that our parents pack for us during lunch. I remember telling my mom to pack me sandwiches, chicken nuggets, or McDonald's, rather than having the other kids make fun of how my traditional food smelled or looked different from theirs. And for a while it really did affect my cooking. I'd always turn to different cuisines and learn how to cook those dishes instead of exploring my own culture. It's not so much to say that I was super ashamed of it, but more because of the fact that I ate it almost every day and I started getting tired of it. But as I began learning more on how to cook my own traditional food, I started to see the richness in my own culture, and that disconnect I felt as a kid began to heal. Of course, I still love trying to learn other dishes from different countries, but there really is something special when you create that one dish from your culture that you enjoyed as a kid, and it's that ultimate comfort food that really brings you back to your roots. In Filipino culture, we are very family-oriented. We always say a prayer before eating, but most importantly, we thank everyone who has gathered around for the feast and everyone who's prepared the food for us. We say, "Wala pa akong nakitang dalawang magandang kaibigan. Laging isa sa kanila ay pangit.